This video is for teachers in grades 3 through 5 who teach on a rotation, meaning that if I am a 4th grade teacher, I teach all 4th grade classes math. But I do not have access to all of those rosters via PowerSchool. So this video is going to show those teachers how to set up their new classes in Haiku and get the students in their rosters. When you first log in, you'll be in your portal, and we want to go to the My Classes tab. Once we're there, we'll want to create a brand new class. So I'll go over to the right and click on the gray New Class button. From here, I'll name my class. 4th grade math is what I'm doing with my example. And I will leave all the settings as is, and I'll click Next. And then I will click Finish. So I will have a brand new class where I can build my content. And it will be a blank slate here. Now I have to go and create sections and then add kids to those sections. And I can do all of that by going off to the right-hand side to Manage Class and Edit Roster. I can create sections here. So let's say there's 3 4th grade classes at my school. I will go to Create Section, click OK. Section A, Section B, and I'm going to add one more, so I'll have Section C also. And I'll rename these based on the teachers in my school because that's an easy way for me to keep track. So Section, this is F. I'm going to hit Enter. If I click on Section B, I can just change this name to, instead of Section B, Mrs. L, hit Enter, and then Section C, I'm going to edit the name, Mr. S, Enter. And then I have a couple of options here. I can either go in and add students manually to each of these sections, and when I do that, I click the Add Student button. I can filter just by students at my school, which is helpful. I can also filter to make sure that they are student accounts. Or I can type in names off of my roster and search for them. And when I find students that are on my roster, I can add them. I can add multiple students at the same time. So if, for example, I taught at Ashley, I can click here, delete the name. I can filter by students, and then when I click search, I will only see students from Ashley Elementary. I can also switch sections. So if I wanted to add students to Mrs. L's class, I would switch to her section, and I would do the same process. I could type in a name, or I could filter and add all the students. That's one way to add students to this roster. I can also, from this screen, create an open invitation. And when I do that, it gives me an expiration date to have the invitation available for. So you can set a date if you'd like. And then when you click Create Open Invitation, it says students or parents with Haiku Learning accounts will be able to enroll themselves using our invitation once we make our class active. So I'm actually going to click Make Active. Then it will be active forever and only to the people in my roster, meaning only the students in my class can see the content. So now that it's active, I have a link up here for my open invitation. And this link I can get out to my students, and I can show codes because then it has a code for each section. So I can email this to the students, I can print it, however I'd like to get it out to my students. Maybe we put it on the school website before we get everybody in there. So there's several different ways that you can get your students into this roster. And whichever method will work best for you and your group of students, is a method that you should use. There's no right or wrong way for doing the open invitation versus adding the students manually. It's completely up to you. And both of these will work in enrolling students in your class. So I can click close. And then your class is active and it has students in it. And you'll know you've got your sections correct because off to the right where it says show all sections, if I click that drop-down menu, I can see the different class sections that I have here, and I can see which content is available to each of these sections. I hope that helps you set your classes up for the next school year. Thanks.